This is how you use ChatGPT to learn languages effectively. Going to show you the language islands technique, right? We going to paste my prompt. You can get it from the description, by the way, and you can use ChatGPT to uh, generate sentences for specific interactions, situations, conversations you want to have. I recommend you adapt those sentences as much as possible. Yeah. So what we're going to do is create a situation here. So going to, uh, in fact, let's just personalize it even more. I am 25, 35. No, okay, 25 old year year old American male who is going to Cancun on a holiday. Write me a list of sentences I need to learn to use the sentences in Spanish. You have to obviously adapt the prompt for whatever language you're learning and whatever your personal situation is, what the conversation is. Yeah, sentences in Spanish I'll need to learn to use there to order in bars and restaurants, interact with locals, socialize. Okay, let's try it. I normally use an S, but let's try type it American way this time. Socialize and all the basic interactions. I'll basic holiday interactions I'll need to have. Make the list as comprehensive as possible. At least 300 sentences. I like to give the 300. Let's go. I usually use 300 because it's when you create an audio file with it, it's around 10 minutes. So it's good to binge listen to without it being too much. Yeah, 1,000 sentences would already be a lot. Um, so you learn 300, and then once you learn those well, then you learn 300 more, etc. So okay, basic greetings, introductions. Hola, buenos días, buenas tardes, blah blah blah. Um, yeah, bars and restaurants. Again, maybe you don't like, what was it? Margaritas. I don't like that kind of drink. So, but I don't drink cola either. So those you can substitute with something else. Interacting with locals, etc. And it keeps going. What do we do next? Well, we copy this and paste it on a spreadsheet, and we have to separate the. Yeah, this is not ideal. We have to separate the English from the Spanish. So in this case, I would tell it to write it all in Spanish only. I'll explain why. No English. Because this way, it's going to be much easier to turn into a spreadsheet, into flashcards, and into audio files. If you've got this, you have to then manually separate it all, I think, on a spreadsheet. Yeah, you can't really paste the first part in on one column and then the second part in the second column. So this way you can paste this in the first column and then use DeepL or even use ChatGPT to translate it and paste the translation right next to them. Yeah. And once you've got this, yeah, this way you can easily create spreadsheet, create an audio file with this using text to speech software, then bitch listen to it, and in the spreadsheet you'll get, yeah, it look like this but on a spreadsheet, one column Spanish, one column English, and you start reviewing it, create flashcards, retrieval practice. I highly recommend uh, visualizing and associating the vocabulary for memorization. Quickly memorize all the vocab, and then you keep practicing retrieval practice. Yeah, so you translate from English into Spanish with flashcards, saying them aloud, and this way you can learn to say all these things in a matter of days. And this is how you use ChatGPT to learn conversational Spanish or any other language fast. Also, this you can simply copy it, and I'm going to also I'm going to move going to move to Warsaw, right? There is sentences in Polish I need to learn to use in order to order blah 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 interact, and all the basic everyday interactions I need to have, for example, and then you get yeah. So you just have to keep making this list for whatever you can keep track of the interactions you have on your daily life, on the things you normally talk about, and you can keep adding more and more stuff to the list. Again, I recommend you change the content a little bit so that it so that the sentences you would use instead of just random AI generated sentences, which is already useful to learn a lot of vocab, but it's better to use your own sentences, yeah, so that then they'll be much more useful. Anyway, this is basically how to use ChatGPT to learn to speak fast.